Thank you so much. You know, I'm humbled to be here tonight as part of the 50th anniversary celebration. Thank you, Kerry Kennedy, and members of the Kennedy family for this opportunity, and all you do to continue Robert F. Kennedy's work in creating a just and fair world. It is a distinct honor tonight to receive this award and share the stage with other esteemed awardees, President Obama, Governor Murphy, and David Zaslav. Also, there is so many impressive, accomplished people here tonight, but no more for me than my family, my wife, my dad, my children, Clay and Carly, my colleagues from Humana, and my long-term mentor, Russ Carson, and his wife, Judy. You have all played a pivotal role in my journey. Thank you for motivating me and to become a better leader, and most importantly, a better person. I'm inspired by Senator Kennedy's commitment to the ideals of improving the lot of others. They've guided us so many ways and made clear impact on the actions on our current and future generations. He has said, every generation inherits a world it never made. And as it does so, it automatically becomes the trustee of that world for those who come after. And in due course, each generation makes its own accounting to its children. One of my biggest fears tonight was being first up. And it's all because not only the wonderful accomplishments that the three following speakers will follow, but it's also me growing up in a humbling environment. I find that the current world is a world that is unjust, but I also find it's very motivating. I come from a very humbled family. My dad, my mom, grew up in a time that their childhood was hard. Their adult life wasn't easy. They worked long hours and often juggling several at a time to make ends meet. They made many sacrifices for my sisters that they would have the opportunity that I would have the opportunity they never had. Through them, I learned the value of responsibility. And not just the responsibility of working hard, but also making sacrifices to help others. A vivid memory for me was when I was in 7th grade. Through my parents' active involvement in our church, they adopted a family from Vietnam after the war. Given our limited financial resources, it wasn't easy for them to share our home, but they did it anyway, because they recognized that the family had much more pressing needs than we did. It was especially a formative experience for me. I witnessed the power that small acts of kindness could have in changing the trajectory of people's lives. And I think that's what Senator Kennedy meant when he said that each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth the ripple of hope. So who I am today, a father, a husband, a son, a colleague, has much to do with the people in my life. They've helped me form the key principles for which I live my life, especially these three. Take responsibility to improve other circumstances, appreciate different perspectives, and improve the status quo through leaving things better than you found them. With that all said, I'll be the first to tell you I'm far from imperfect. And the beauty of raising kids like Carly and Clay, they will point out those imperfections on a regular basis. But seriously, I do work hard every day to show through my actions that true success is about how many people you help along the way, just like my parents did, just like Senator Kennedy did. Path to healthcare and leadership has been an amazing process for me. Like all good things, my foray into healthcare wasn't planned. The same I can be said about my wife. My passion for healthcare developed over many years and evolved as I learned about the business from different vantage points, the most important of which was the perspective of our customers. By interacting with our customers and seeing things from their perspective, I came to realize my calling, the opportunity to make a significant and meaningful difference in people's life, especially those who struggle the most, especially the most vulnerable members of our society. Health is all-encompassing. It is the ultimate enabler to living a full life. And while health care should be the right for all, health is determined by the large extent by one's zip code. Because of this, there's much inequality when it comes to health care. When someone's environment is unhealthy and they don't have the resources to improve their circumstances, they're at higher risk of poor health. This is the essence of my work and my team's work at Humana. We believe that health is much more than health care. It is about the person's whole health. We see this as our purpose. And the way we express this purpose is through our bold goal: to improve the health of the communities we serve 20% by 2020. It is the relentless passion around this purpose that drives the team to discretionary effort that helps our customers, like Mr. Smith, who has health conditions, including being at high risk of heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, and loss of a vision. But he had trouble affording the co-pays for the office visits, prescriptions, and healthy foods. So we connected him to community food pantry. We helped him apply for social services, and we also assisted in calling the power company to get low-income reduction in his bill. Another member recently returned home after a week in the hospital due to a fall, was surprised when one of our team members on her own showed up at the door with an assortment of fresh foods so she could stay healthy and stay out of the hospital. These actions aren't written in our company policies and procedures. Rather, they're ingrained in the culture where our purpose goes beyond a formal job description. These are just a couple examples of the ways we are making a difference in people's lives, how we're creating ripples of hope. Health is much more than health care, breaking down the barriers that prevent people from achieving their health, many of which occur outside the medical realm. Improving the system is hard. Every day it brings its share of ups and downs. Some days it even requires an extra dose of encouragement. Early in my days at Humana, I wrote 4 P's on a note card that I pulled out for such occasion: persistence, patience, passion, and pepto-bismol. These 4 words remind me that tough times are part of the journey, and they motivate me to push harder. Given the current times and the constant debate about healthcare, it is easy for negativity to prevail. But I'm very optimistic. Through advancement in technology and a number of public policy efforts, including those led by President Obama during his presidency, we're seeing progress in recognizing the needs to address the whole health needs of individuals instead of just their healthcare needs. It is an exciting time to be in the industry, but this time of great change and opportunity also brings a great deal of responsibility for leaders like myself. Making the system better for those who follow requires us to be bold and courageous in pushing for systematic change that improves the lot of others, that provides a ripple of hope. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to be here tonight to celebrate the voice, the values, and the legacy of Robert F. Kennedy. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for being here tonight.